The Pukei-Pukei, also known as the Puke-Puke in Japanese, is a monster first introduced in Monster Hunter World. They are the first hostile monster that most new hunters encounter while visiting the new world. But strangely, there isn't a lot of research on the Pukei-Pukei. Well, that's what I'm here for. Today I'm going to teach you everything you would like to know about the Pukei-Pukei, from how it interacts with the world around it, to how it's a potential threat to hunters. Hello everybody, I'm Nicholas from Leftover Content, and today we're going to be hunting down a Pukei-Pukei. The Pukei-Pukei kind of resembles a chameleon, but with eyes like a frog. Despite being clearly reptilian, it has feathers around its neck. The Pukei-Pukei is known to store food in its mouth and tail before combining it with its poison. By doing so, it is able to spew poison from its mouth and tail for its protection. The Pukei-Pukei will leave behind toxic mucus on the walls of the ancient forest. We don't know why he does this, but we can assume that this is a way of marking his territories. Hunters, use this to find your monster. The property of the poison depends on the food it eats. For example, if it has eaten scatternuts, it will gain the property of a scatternut. The Pukei-Pukei is known to bully smaller monsters. However, it will flee at the sight of a larger monster that is a potential threat to it. Sadly, Pukei-Pukeis are only commonly found in the ancient forest, and because they are hostile to hunters, it makes it hard to observe them. Therefore, not much information is known about them. So sadly, this is all we know for now. But now we can go into combat tips. As I mentioned earlier, the Pukei-Pukei can create a poison. This can catch a lot of hunters off guard, so make sure you bring some sort of antidote or herbal medicine to counteract this. You can break a Pukei-Pukei's wings, its head, or even sever its tail. When it comes to elements, the Pukei-Pukei is weakest to thunder, however it is resistant against water. In terms of ailments, sleep and paralysis will greatly do the trick, while poison is somewhat of a no-go, but it can still be poisoned. The easiest way to tell when a Pukei-Pukei is enraged is when its face becomes a bright red. For most hunters this is common sense, but if you're a new hunter, you better watch out when it's enraged. Throughout the video you may have noticed an interesting detail about the Pukei-Pukei, and that's its tongue. Believe it or not, this tongue is actually used as a weapon by it. I wasn't able to capture any good footage of him using the tongue in action, but it will lash the tongue out at hunters to try and knock them over. Be careful when it does this, as it leaves you wide open to any other attacks by another monster or the Pukei-Pukei itself. The Pukei-Pukei does indeed have wings, but it doesn't use the wings in combat very often. Instead uses them to run away when it feels threatened. Hunters, you better get your running boots on, because the Pukei-Pukei runs away a lot. All in all, the Pukei-Pukei isn't a hard monster. While it does indeed pose a large threat to many new hunters, if you take the time and study and learn its patterns, the Pukei-Pukei isn't much of a problem to deal with, as I went through this whole fight without even getting poisoned. Of course, I'm an experienced hunter by now. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I hope to see you all next time for more Monster Hunter World. Take care, guys.